Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. My name is Leanne and I'm in the garden again. In this video, I'm going to share my September garden tour. Let's start from the far end. Don't mind me while I'm snacking on some beans while I do this. There's not a whole lot going on in this side of the bed, as you can see. I sowed, I believe, the rutabaga seeds along this, and I've been trying to keep it well watered. But I have not seen any of them sprout. But this is a zucchini. And this wilted leaf right here is a sign that there's a vine borer in this plant. So I'm not really expecting great things from this zucchini. Once the vine borer is in there, you can take a razor blade and slice open the stalk to try to get it out. But I find that the plant doesn't really thrive after that point. Probably most of the time because I am rough with things like that. I could be slightly gentler. Okay, let's move over to this side. This row along the edge, I sowed my carrots and my radish seeds. Now, carrots can take a really long time to germinate, so I'm not expecting them to be up yet, but the radishes are starting to. They're already starting to get nibbled on by some things. Boo. See, there's some more. I sowed the radish seeds really heavily, so there should be a nice green blanket of sprouts. The seeds are kind of old, so they might take a little while to germinate. This row's got the remnant of the summer garden in it. This marigold was planted in the spring. Same with the basil. Ooh, I got some peppers here. Peppers are better when you harvest them in the middle of the day, kind of like tomatoes. But I'm not gonna be here then, so I might just pick some now. The long one is called a Carmen. I was told it was supposed to be like paprika, so I was expecting it to be spicy, but it's not. Not spicy at all, which is fine actually, because I like to snack on them. This basil looks sick. It's just thyme. It has some sort of fungal problem going on because of the lack of airflow. It's been kind of humid the past couple of days, so that's probably not helping this. It's going to seed anyway, so I will most likely come through here and cut this down, toss it to the chickens, let them scratch at it. I should have brought a basket with me. There's a lot more peppers on there than I thought there would be. Maybe another time. There's beans that I need to pick too, so maybe I should just plan tomorrow morning, a little harvest day. Check it out. I just picked a couple, but these are Blue Lake pole beans. They're so good to snack on, just fresh. And they're going all the way up. Something's eating on these plants too. Not a fan of that. Okay. This row is slightly more exciting. We got sugar snap peas growing up here. And once it starts to cool off a little better, those will start to shoot up. Got a huge orb weaver spider right there. The camera won't focus on her. And she's made her home in this amazing, majestic marigold. There's some more zucchinis here. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I shared when I sowed all the seeds for these squash plants. I did alternating yellow squash, zucchini, nasturtium down the whole way. And far the nasturtium has not come up at any of the spots. But that's okay. Those seeds were also kind of old. They might just not be good anymore. Sometimes that happens. It's okay if the nasturtium doesn't come up. It's possible that I didn't store them properly or I left them out in the heat too long. I don't remember. I've had them for a long time, so who knows. But I'm trying to see. Down the edge of this row, I sowed seeds for those rutabagas as well. And I can see we got 1, 2, 3, almost looks like a little clover. The first set of leaves from a brassica. Rutabagas are in that family. We got another one right here. Oh, what the? Looks like something dug that up. Okay. And here is a little cilantro. That's super exciting. These squash plants look like they're doing pretty good. I don't see a bunch of pest damage. That one over there has a wilty leaf. Not a great sign. But most of them, they look pretty good. I sowed a lot, and I'm hoping that because I did that, at least one of them will give me some zucchini. This side, it's where I had tomatoes growing along the fence, and then potatoes before that. And so I missed some potatoes. That's what this is. And that, they're just coming up. So, I mean, I'm gonna let them grow, and like, why not? Maybe I'll get some potatoes. You can see this little baby right here. That's one of my root vegetable seeds. I had just a few more in my hands after I got done sowing this row. Then I just decided to kind of sprinkle them at the end here. And I've got the sugar snap peas growing on this end too. I need to weed. My goodness. Sugar snap peas are growing along the edge here. And then I've got a cucamelon plant. Okay, so the sugar snap peas are supposed to go like all the way to here, but not a lot of them germinated. Those seeds are so big, it kind of takes a little while for them to soak up enough moisture to germinate. But oh look, the cucamelon, that's getting a lot bigger. That's exciting. More little babies. Okay, over here, I sprinkled a lettuce mix, and I've got two that have come up right here. Not sure what varieties those are because it was in a mix. I'm gonna just stare at these marigolds all day. Sit and I need to get like a little swing type chair to sit out here. And the pumpkins have overtaken the path. I've been working on getting this pile of mulch in the garden. I still have maybe like 5 to 10 wheelbarrow loads of mulch to get into the garden. And oh my gosh, it's been a challenge for me. But little by little, I'm getting at it. If you are interested in getting chips like this, you contact your electric company. A lot of times they'll have a list of people who want wood chips so that when they need to send a tree, like a tree service company, arborist or whatever, to remove trees or branches to work on the power lines, you can get on the list to get those chips from those branches. And that's how I got these. And it was, I mean, I don't know how many yards that is, but it's a lot. And it's been taking me, I've had this for over a month, and it's been taking me a really long time to get it moved. Really just because I have a shovel and a wheelbarrow and just me. So it's been my second workout a lot of days. The time is coming for these pumpkin vines to be taken care of. Let's just soak in how big these leaves are though. Holy smokes. The only pumpkin variety that is surviving is the Long Island cheese, and so far I've harvested 3. One that's about half the size of the other 2, but still, I'll probably get a good 2 pumpkin pies out of that. And I'm going to show you around the whole thing. So the pumpkin's not really overtaking this whole area, but that's where the plant's vines start. So I don't want to mow right here and have it be killed. Do you see all these purple flowers? I am pretty sure that's sweet potato, but time will tell. This is a monstrosity. I need to take care of that. There's weeds growing up out of both of these beds because the watermelon just overtook everything and made no room for me to do anything. And there's a massive anthill in that bed. I'm not really sure what to do about that. Blueberries. Oh, look at that. I got some new growth on the blueberry bushes. That's exciting. Peach trees are doing okay, I think. I don't know. I know nothing. These are a mystery to me. Still learning. This is my random volunteer loofah. And we've got 2 gourds right there. 1 big one in the weeds right there. Or 2 big ones. Oh, okay. So that'll be fun. I'll let those dry and I can use the sponges. This is the last big watermelon. The last melon. And I've got another little one over there, but I don't think it'll get big enough before it's too cold because they take a long time. Okay, so the weeds are starting to grow up here. I'm not going to go in too deep, but I can go in far enough to show you. You can see right here already. There's a pumpkin right there. I think that this is my elderberry bush. This is done giving me berries, and then I'm going to cut it down to the ground. Probably at the end of the year, maybe springtime. I need to look that up again. All right, so this is an example of what has been happening to all of the pumpkins up until like a month ago. Something has been, I think it's a worm, bores into the fruit and kills it, makes it fall off the plant. So I have those 2. Got another one right here. And I think those are it. So those 3. Last year, I think I only harvested 2, maybe 3 of the Long Island cheese pumpkins. So we're already past that. That's super exciting. Next year, I'm going to try different varieties. I think I might grow my Cherokee Tan because those were super prolific. The only problem I have with the Cherokee Tan is that they were not thick-walled pumpkins. And maybe it was because I did nothing to them. I really didn't do anything to these, though, and these ones are great. So I don't know if it was actually me. Anyway, I'll grow these Long Island cheese pumpkins again, but I want to try another variety and see maybe if I can get bigger pumpkins. I want that classic large orange pumpkin. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even have to be orange. I just want a bigger one that I can carve a jack-o'-lantern into. All right, let's see. That's from this angle. I brought my scissors out here because I want to make a little arrangement. It's really foggy this morning, kind of pretty. Look at these zinnias. Okay, this is my favorite color of the zinnias that I have growing. It's like a softer, more of a mauve pink. It's very pretty. Now that it's starting to cool off a bit, I am looking on Facebook Marketplace for logs. This bed is almost completely lined. It's just where all those weeds are growing that I probably need about 5 more feet of logs. If anybody knows anybody that's cutting down a tree, let me know because I need more logs. I'm planning to do, I think 3 more on this side and then 4 more on the far side over there. So I need a lot of logs. Let me know if you know anybody. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep looking on Facebook Marketplace, filling them in as I go. But what I've been doing is I'm getting the logs, I'm getting cardboard, and I'm laying the cardboard down and putting the logs on top so it doesn't blow away. And I like using the cardboard because it breaks down and it is a impermanent way of keeping the weeds down because, you know, I change my plants often. My layout ideas change often, and I don't want a bunch of plastic in the garden either. I do not like weed suppressing fabric because after a couple years of using it, it starts to tear, and I don't know, I just don't like it. So the way I look at it is either I'm going to have a bunch of layers of ripped plastic weed suppressing fabric that'll have to keep like putting a fresh layer on top of, either removing the wood chips from it and then putting another layer of the fabric on it, which would be a huge pain. Or I get cardboard or newspaper and I can put the newspaper down as needed in the trouble areas and then cover that with wood chips, and it'll just kind of meld together, and I would never ever have to rake the wood chips off of the cardboard or paper to give a fresh layer, if that makes any sense. I just like the cardboard better. I like that it breaks down. I think it's better, and yeah, I like the cardboard better. That's what it really comes down to, and it's free. So that's the gist of the garden. I'm gonna take you inside and show you the seedlings I have. It's almost time for me to start getting those used to the outdoors. Last year I tried to do that a little too early and they started getting attacked by caterpillars. So I don't want to do that. I am taking my time. Those are going to be in the ground all fall and all winter to be harvested in early spring. So it's not such a big deal that I rush to get them in the ground. But yeah. I used this method. I call it the cinnamon roll method. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but basically you take like a piece of newspaper or a cloth, and it's like a long strip. You put the dirt on the fabric and you roll it up. And I put the seeds in it before I rolled it up, and that made the seeds go too far down, making all of the seedlings really leggy, which if you don't know, that just means that they get tall really fast and they're not strong. They're tall and skinny, and you want them to be stocky when they're this young, especially. So this one is a little leggy, if you can see as an example. So I tried to save the ones that were not as leggy, but that caused a lot of these to be stunted. So it looked cute when it was all wrapped up and started, but I don't think I'm going to use that method again. It's totally possible that I did it the wrong way too. Like you do the cinnamon roll thing with the dirt and the cloth, and then you put the seeds in after you rolled it up. That's possible. That's the right way to do it. I don't know, but I think I'm just going to stick to the classic setup. Next go around, seed starting mix, seeds in little soil blocks, and then I will transplant the soil blocks into bigger soil blocks. That's the time that I had the most success and my seedlings looked the best, was when I used my little 3/4 inch cube soil blocker thing and transplanted them, because then you don't have to mess with the roots at all when you do that. The only problem is you have to babysit the soil blocks a little bit more. They dry out a lot faster. So it's a little bit of a pain, but it's worth it, because I mean, this is a lot of work too. And if I'm doing a lot of this work and it doesn't end up giving me what I want, I'd rather do twice as much work and actually get the plants, healthy plants. I'll still get a harvest from what I have here. It'll be fine. And yeah. Thanks guys for watching. I'll take you back to the garden. Thank you for joining me for this video. And please take a second to like and subscribe and share if you want to. I really appreciate it. And with that, happy gardening.